How significant is this move by Google to get into the air?
Pim, this is just another example of how serious the tech world is of utilizing unmanned systems to do the two things that they do very well. One is situational awareness, and the other is delivery.
So what does this mean for the industry other than large orders for drones from Google?
Well, I think what you're going to see is that for these big tech companies to really get into this field and they put their best foot forward means that they understand the challenges that are facing the aviation world. And it's all about safety when you're using unmanned aerial vehicles. So this is a case where they understand that anything that flies in the national airspace or the global airspace has to be able to see and avoid, sense and avoid, or detect and avoid anything else that's in the national airspace or the global airspace. So you've got to believe that they understand that and are going to work on the technology necessary in order to bring that to fruition. The other thing that it can't do is it can't fall out of the national airspace and do any harm. So if these big giants, as long as there's another company called Matternet, and I even hear that Sony is getting interested in having unmanned aircraft vehicles as well.
Are they also going to be working on lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to come up with some kind of consistent policy when it comes to governing airspace for unmanned vehicles?
Pim, as many people recognize, the technology has definitely outpaced the regulatory. And this is not just in this country, it's around the world. So yes, we have got to determine what are the right regulations that's going to allow for the utilization of this technology. And the other factor that you have here is that there's a wide spectrum from the very large, that even some that are going to be flying at 65,000, 70,000 feet, to those that weigh less than 5 pounds. So you have to look at that. Not just one regulatory law is going to fix everything, but you have to look at it by a case-by-case basis. You could even contend that things that weigh less than 5 pounds don't need to be regulated at all.
Michael, on a technical basis, what would prevent another company from somehow hacking into the system of a drone force operated by Amazon or Google and actually taking over control of that drone?
Well, that's a very big concern, and that's a cyber concern that we have with computers, with cars right now that have computers. Anything that has an electrical system in it, you always run that risk. So secure wireless communication and secure systems is going to be key and necessary for any system that we have. This one just happens to be flying in the air.
As far as the actual computer technology that governs these kinds of unmanned systems, who's the leader in producing it?
Well, that's a very interesting question. There's a lot of manufacturers that are out there. The number that's being shipped on a monthly basis is something over 18,000 are being shipped every month, which is over 215,000 every year. So people are buying these systems, and there's a wide range. Obviously, you have DJI Phantoms, you have the Parrot drones, you have a lot of different systems that are the favorite ones. But if you just go on to Amazon, Google, and even Facebook, you'll see a wide variety of different platforms that are available. And they operate from having fixed wings and those that have rotary wings. So you can have a single helicopter, or you can have 12 rotocopters. So there's a wide mix and range between all of them.
These drones have photographic capability. Who then owns the photographs of various geographical areas? Someone takes a photograph of your backyard.
Pim, you've just hit the nail on the head. This is all about big data. It's the collection, the analysis, the storage, the dissemination, and the destruction of information. How you collect it, whether you did it from a manned helicopter, an unmanned system, a fixed camera, that's not really the issue. The issue is, just as you said, who controls this data and how is it going to be utilized, how long is it going to be stored, and when does it get destroyed?